Okay, so the royal tour to Africa with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Meghan and Harry, they're heading off to Cape Town. That's their first stop on their tour. So I thought I'd do a bit of a recon, a bit of a preview of what's going to come up during the tour. So let's have a quick look. Here we go.
Prince Harry, Meghan and baby Archie are packing their bags. Well, maybe Archie's not packing his. They're about to head to Africa for their first official royal tour as a family.
The trip has been months in the making, and the Duke and Duchess say they are eager to focus on the great work being done in southern Africa. Africa holds a special place in Prince Harry's heart. And next week he's taking his family on tour to share the magic. Their Royal Highnesses say the trip to southern Africa will focus on community, grassroots leadership, women's rights, mental health, HIV and of course the environment.
Already this year 1,500 rhinos have been killed in this country. That is 4 every day.
During this royal tour, Prince Harry will make a special announcement about protecting forest and wildlife around the grasslands of Botswana. The Duke is also set to continue in his mother's footsteps when he visits Angola. Princess Diana was passionate about ridding the world of landmines. The Duchess will also be working with local organisations on causes close to her heart to promote women's and girls' health, education and leadership.
And Sunrise Royal.
Okay, so then we go to Jobbo, but we're not going to put Jobbo on, otherwise Sunrise will probably claim the video. So I've got the Safari window, and we're just going to have a quick look at the itinerary. So here we go. I might move this across the other side. Alright, so we have Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's African tour, the full itinerary for the 10-day trip. So, Day 1, they touched down in Cape Town, South Africa. Now, apparently, little Archie's going to be with them, and so they're going to spend a bit of time together, and then they're going to do their own thing after that. So it looks like Day 1 will be with Archie. I wonder if we might get some photos. I'm not holding my breath. First, I'll attend the workshop. Teaches children about their rights and provides self-defence classes. They'll tour the District 6 Museum, learn about efforts made to reunite families separated by the regime, and join a community cooking activity with former District 6 residents. Okay, didn't realise this about Cape Town. So let's have a look at Day 2. Day 2, they're going to head to Monwabisi Beach near Cape Town's... Oh dear, I'm going to have trouble this tour, these pronunciations. Kalicha. Oh dear, this is going to be bad. So they're going to get the NGA, that's non-government organisations. Okay, so you're going to serve therapy. So a lot of help groups, it looks like. So you're going to go to Seal Island. Oh well, if they're going to Seal Island, they're probably going to see some great white sharks, because whenever there's seals, there's great white sharks. So then in the afternoon, they're going to go to the site of Bokup, a region of cultural diversity, before they finally attend a reception at the British High Commission's residence. Joe won't be surfing there. Sorry, guys. We've got sharks here in South Australia. We've got some of the biggest great whites here. And I don't get surfing. In where I live. Okay, they're going to meet Desmond Tutu on Wednesday the 25th of September. And his wife Leah. And Legacy Farm, blah, blah. Okay, so they're going to spend a couple of days together, and they're going to split. Meghan's staying in South Africa with Archie, and Harry heading to 3 other southern African countries. During the West Wednesday, Meghan will visit the Woodstock exchange that encourages female entrepreneurs, while Harry travels to Botswana. Yeah, I heard he was going to go to Botswana. So Day 4 is going to be split. On the Thursday, Meghan will take part in the Women in Public Service breakfast. Harry will join school children in Botswana, where they will plant trees. And then he'll go to There we go. So he's going to go to the national park. He's going to go to Angola, and that's where he'll spend the evening in the Halo Trust, the demining camp in Duchess, southeast Angola. And there's a very famous picture of Princess Diana there in the demining. Oh, gee, that caused such a controversy at the time because of safety issues. We all thought, oh, geez, she's risking her life here because all those unexploded mines. I'm sure they would have demined the whole area that she walks through before they put her through. Well, you'd think so, wouldn't you? Okay, so day 5, Friday. So Harry witnessed the legacy left behind by Princess Diana to rid Angola of landmines. He'll have a chance to remote detonate a landmine himself. Well, he was in the military. I'm sure that won't faze him too much. Okay, so then he's going to visit this right there, where in, how do you pronounce that one? Huambo. Yeah, that's it. Famous step over landmines was photographed. So now it's a lively street with schools, shops, and houses. Wow, that's going to be cool. That's going to be very cool to see that transformation. So before it was like a no-go zone. Now it's a bustling town. Cool. So he's going to spend the evening at the British Ambassador's residence. Day 6, Saturday, the 28th of September. He'll meet with the Angolan president. And I'll just restart this. Okay. Yeah, it's not really saying too much about what Meghan's doing. I think she might be having a few days with little baby Archie there. Day 6 is going to visit a maternity hospital before travelling to Malawi. And then on Sunday, Duke will visit, I'm assuming that's visit, a Malawian college which promoted women's education. He'll also meet the country's president, Peter Mutharika. Cool. Actually, this is quite nice. We've got the. I'll put a link to this. I've actually got a photo that you can just print out, and I'll give you like a rundown of the trip right there. 10 days. Another day of rest for Meghan and Archie, while Harry flies to Lawandi National Park to pay tribute to Guardsman Matthew Talbot, who lost his life while on the anti-poaching patrol. Oh, that's pretty sad. So there we go, you've got the countries there, Angola, Malawi, Botswana. And day 9, so the second last day, Duke will visit the Muawa Health Centre in Malawi before heading back to South Africa to meet his wife and son in Johannesburg. Going to Joburg. Well, I hope it's good security there. I've heard a lot about Joburg from my South African friends. I said, is this as bad as it's made out to be? And they go, yeah. Yeah, it is. I guess there'll be safe parts as well. So Meghan will attend a roundtable discussion with the Association of Commonwealth Universities in Joburg. She will discuss challenges faced by young women in accessing higher education. Oh, cool. Sexual violence, okay. Won't talk about that because YouTube will flag it. Okay, and then the last day they're going to head back. On the 10th final day of their jam-packed tour, Harry and Meghan will meet with inspirational young South Africans in Johannesburg communities. They'll then meet Gracia Machel, widow of former President Nelson Mandela. Oh, wow. That is going to be really cool. To wrap up the tour, Duke and Duchess will meet with South African President Cyril Ramaphosa and his wife. The family will head back to London that evening. Well, that's looking really interesting. I've always wanted to go to South Africa. Always wanted to go on a safari, but it's just so expensive. It's crazy. You need like 10 to 20 grand basically from Australia to get to South Africa and do a cool safari. If anyone's visited my webpage, you see. Let's get my webpage up. Let's get my webpage up with my photos. There we go. And you'll see my passion for African wildlife. Unfortunately, I can just take photos in the zoos, but that's where when I went to Victoria, which is about 700 kilometres from me, say 500 miles, and took some great photos of the baby lion cubs. They'll be all fully grown now. Like, that was 2017, so almost just over 2 years old now. So they'll be pretty big. They'll be pretty big, the little cubs now. But yeah, I really enjoyed that, and I'd love to. There'd be nothing better than seeing them in their natural habitat out in the wild. But well, maybe one day. And that one, that's pretty cool. I like this one here. It's out in the sun. It was very, very hot that day. They actually had, let's see, you might be able to see it. You can see there their fur's wet there. They had the sprinklers on. They had the sprinklers on there. So if you want to head over to my website, it's jonathanpanoff.com. I'll leave a link in the description. You can actually buy photos, and let's move this across here. So you get a little green button up there to buy the photos. They're all at cost price. I basically do this as just a passion of mine, and I used to make a bit of money from photography, but it's just not anymore. I used to sell photos to the local newspapers if they didn't. I was sort of freelance. If they didn't catch a news event, and I did, I'd sell them with my photos. That's a pretty cool photo one. Very playful, the cubs when they're young. Oh, you can see there the dripping water there. It was about 40 degrees, which is like, what's that, 110 or something Fahrenheit. It was really crazily hot when I went there. But I had to go because they only remain young for so many months, and they grow very, very fast. So yeah, head over to my website there and check it out. And if you like, you can go back to my homepage, and I've got a PayPal donation little button there. You can donate just to keep my website going, because it's cost me a couple of $100 a year to run it, just out of my own money, just to keep the site running, because I've spent so much time and I just don't want to shut it down. So even though I'm not sort of selling many photos off of it, it's still I'm selling it at cost price basically. So it's sort of just running by donations. And I don't think I've got any donations yet. So be the first to donate, and I'll mention you in my next video. How's that sound? I'll mention it, and put a note there if you don't want to be mentioned. So anyway, let's leave it at that. Really looking forward. There's only a couple of days left, and the tour will be on. And it'll be something I love travel, and so whenever there's a Royal Tour on, I'm right with it. It's just like, I find the Royal just engagement is fairly stuffy and pretty boring. But when they're on tour, it's always really interesting seeing another part of the world. So really looking forward to it, and I hope you are too. And I'll see you Monday. They're going to be in Cape Town. I'll see you then, guys. Cheers.